Qantas 25 approaching holding point Echo, request backtrack for departure.
Qantas 25 for Echo, Boeing 74020, runway 02, clear to land.
Tower Qantas 25.
Qantas 25, stand by, I'll get you in once the American 737 has arrived.
Qantas 25. So good afternoon, Lincoln 3177,
American 3177, g'day. And Qantas 25 behind the next arriving American 737. You can backtrack runway 02. Qantas 25, yeah?
Runway 02 vacated, Bravo 4020.
Boeing 4020, welcome, flight ground 121.9, g'day.
121.9, thanks for service.
American 3177,
we're okay for backtrack.
Did you set the cameras to look inside? Oh, lovely. Well, good morning, everyone. We're currently at Kathmandu.
Morning, everybody.
We're at Kathmandu, and we're doing a short hop to.
Backtrack and line up, Qantas 25.
I've no idea where that is. I think it's New Delhi, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel this is
A little bit embarrassing that we don't know where we're going, but hey.
BGHS. Oh dear, I think I know what this one is.
This is the glide.
It is.
So do you think the stream know what that is?
No, they don't. Not yet.
Will you introduce, or would you like me to describe?
We will.
Talk about it in the cruise.
Yes, let's talk about it in the very short cruise, and we'll discuss how we're going to do this, because I'm still very uncertain of how it's going to turn out.
Have faith, ye of little faith.
Pardon?
Have faith, ye of little faith. Right, what's your... Ah, that was it. Then ask why it's that. Do you know what Dave's is? Oh, it's
DAAVE. Div.
Right, cabin crew report, flight crew report, what, about 5 minutes ago?
Are we done with refueling?
We are, but we've got a lot more than we asked for. Which again, very realistic, because if you want to do things like that, let me make corrections.
Cool.
And Thompson 1, Victor Bravo, on my frequency.
Hey, Thompson 1, Victor Bravo, holding behind me, what's this 2-5?
There we go. Fueling's done.
I'm going to put 5 tons extra on, that's the only thing.
You want 5 tons extra?
I put 5 tons extra on, but we'll see what happens.
On top of that, you mean?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we'll, depending on how far. So let's see. We'll go to.
So how much do you want?
No, we've got what I requested. That's fine. I'm not fussed about that.
Okay.
That's ingress, and then we'll go route direct. Always useful.
What was the QNH?
The QNH is 1017.
Okay, so to the Bravo, 7,500 initial.
7,500 initial, thanks very much.
Okay, so this is going to really
We're lining up now.
annoy the hell out of me, but oh well. Step.
Welcome 3137.
That's cool, mate.
Contact ground 1219, go.
Do what you need to do.
Roger their name, or even Swanson's
Thompson 1 Victor Bravo, wind time, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Runway 2 clear for takeoff, Thompson 1 Victor Bravo. You have
1017.
Okay, so I'm going to leave that open for later.
The description of what and why and how and when.
Yes. I'm not looking forward to that, which is going to... Why?
Now the chart, absolutely.
on a 2-5, ready to go?
Plus 25. And all aircraft information for Pyro is our current QNH 1008, wind is
1008.
290.
Apparently so.
Explain why we're... wouldn't that put us even further underground?
Tower velocity 74 heavy,
The 18.
runway 02 R&P approach.
Velocity 74, g'day, continue. You number 2 behind the high sky, expect late landing there.
74 heavy, roger.
Plus 25, wind 2008, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
02 clear for takeoff, on a 2-5.
Tower, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Velocity 160. Yeah, Tower, velocity 167, you are holding short at 5.
Have you done the performance request?
167, go ahead. Speedbird 47 Charlie, go ahead.
Kathmandu Tower, good afternoon. Speedbird 47 Charlie is a Boeing 747-400 with information Oscar. Request clearance to Dhaka as filed.
Dhaka, okay.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, so it's on the calling ground 121.90, go.
1219, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Velocity.
Ground, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
What's the takeoff weight from the... Sorry, from the... 258.5. And I don't have to add extra fuel to that, that's included.
That's including the 5 extra, yeah. Ground, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Tower 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, go ahead.
Speedbird 47 Charlie is unable to get hold of ground, we just get nothing. Could you poke them with a stick, or can we just communicate with you?
Give me 1 minute.
Velocity 74 Heavy, or would you like us to vacate?
Velocity 74 Heaven, welcome to Kathmandu Connect. Round 121 Diner, advised is unable. Break, velocity 167, wind 290 at 8, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 02, velocity 167.
I have the performance.
Perfect. Just want to wait for us to get clearance and then...
361 Whiskey, final approach runway 02.
In the meantime, do you want to bring up relevant charts and...
Yeah, I've got all that.
Okay, cool.
Today, continue, your number 2 behind departure, wind 280, so wind 290.
Number 2, executive 361.
And Speedbird 47 Charlie, are you ready for clearance?
Go ahead for 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, you cleared to Dhaka via planned route initial climb 7,500, runway 02 for 2621 departures. On departures on 125.1.
Cleared as filed, 7,500 feet, 2621 in the box, and departures 125.1, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, break, executive 361, wind 280 at 7, so wind 290 degrees.
Hey, Chris 1 Bravo, is that what you give us?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff.
Runway 02 cleared to land, executive 361.
Right, what else do we need to do?
And tower...
I still don't understand why... If the airport elevation here is 4395, oh, it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
No, it's just like the departure's getting.
What elevation?
Okay, so shall we go through the critical data?
Yeah.
So... we'll bring up the performance.
Oh,
thank
you're
you.
a gentleman, thank you. You got the load sheet there?
That's the ATIS. I need the performance.
I've got it
May I
here.
have the performance.
There you go.
Thank you very much. So we have a 0 fuel weight of...
0 fuel weight is there.
Of 233.3.
233.3. 25.6 tonnes of fuel means a gross weight of 258.9.
258.9. We requested it as 258.5. 258.9. So if we will stick to yep, temp 5.6.
Say that again.
So
Just cruise out.
oh, cruise out hasn't been put in. That's interesting. What did I miss?
370.
370. Yeah.
There you go. Pop that in.
Just check. That's all in there. Oh well. So 370. Cost index was 90.
Yeah, that was in there.
Yep. Okay. Cool stuff. So it'll be temp 56.
56. Okay.
Yep. Yep. I'm happy with that. With a climb.
Right, there it is. 56 up there.
Let's go for climb.
Yeah, it's quite terrain sensitive. I agree.
And then takeoff speed. So we want to do flap 20.
Flap 20.
Now I've always been curious to know, is that baro or radio?
Barometric.
So we want to base that on what the ground elevation is. So
Oh no. It will. It's not radio. It is baro, but you don't need to like put 5,000 feet or anything.
it
like
creates
that.
a datum.
It knows the airfield elevation. That's why I was looking at this and thinking why we are floating a little bit. But it will look at that and then it will draw 1,000 feet on top of that, and that's where it will give you its elevation.
Cool. In which case, yep. Okay. So that's 1,000 feet. Engine out 1,000 feet.
I don't think it would be 1,000 feet here.
What would you like it to be?
Well, let's think about this. Looking at the initial climb, we'd need... would be a lot higher than that.
3,000.
Yeah, let's put 3,000 initially.
Yep.
3,000 feet above the ground. What's the elevation here? 4,000.
4938. Sorry, 4534.
That area goes to 565.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do 3,000. I'll tell you exactly. So 3,000 feet should be fine.
Yep.
Because if you look at the SID plate just briefly, that area there is brown, the lightest brown, which is 6,500,
Yep.
which is 2,000 feet above the ground. That gives 1,000 feet clearance once we get onto the Igris. But
Yep.
there will be an emergency turn.
Okay. And then thrust reduction will be 3,000 as well. We want to get out. And I want
Thrust reduction, flap 5. I don't know how to
just put 3,000 in.
Yeah, let's try that and see how it works.
Okay, and then to V speeds,
Yeah.
we've got a V1 of 132,
132,
rotate of 135,
135,
and a V2 of 146,
146,
and then a Mach tail of 19 as
19%.
usual. So we're happy the data has been entered.
Yeah, all looks good to me.
Cool stuff. If you would like to get hold of that, and then we'll just do the departure briefing. So first part is threats. The most obvious one I see is that there's a lot of mountains around us.
Yeah, I can see them.
It's quite high. There's a lot of traffic about. Are there any other threats which you can find?
The emergency turn, if we had an engine out, although it's not as critical as it would be on the 7.3, that's maybe something that we want to give a bit of thought to. We're going to have to just keep the speed back until we're terrain safe.
Okay.
To get the climb, and also, I mean, I've just been making up an emergency turn on the fly. We want to keep within the valley, so to speak, which looks like it's got a bit of a 5-mile radius. So I would suggest, if we did an emergency turn, it would be straight ahead initially, and then a right turn, passing about passing 1,000 feet, right turn back to Kathmandu, and just we'll continue to circle within the valley until we pass about 8,500 feet, and then it would be towards Igris.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
With that as well, obviously because of terrain, shall we both have terrain?
Yeah.
Or one terrain, one weather? I mean, there's not a lot of weather here, so I'm not too fussed. Looking at the winds, it didn't seem too bad.
Nothing in the forecast either, is there?
Well, there's few at 020, but nothing.
No CBs or anything like
No CBs in the vicinity.
that. Okay.
Okay, so we'll both have terrain on that, and we'll both monitor accordingly. But in the normal normal departure, we will just do the left hand. We'll do a runway heading, then the left hand turn, and follow it round.
Yeah.
And going from there. There is something which I needed to load up. Initial climbs. Here we are. So Igris 1 Bravo.
Yeah.
We want to remain within 5 miles of Kathmandu, so we will put a fix down.
Yeah. That's the important thing. That's the terrain safe sort of area. So, as I was saying, in the emergency turn case, we just want to keep within 5 miles.
KTM fix, and we are 27.
3.2.
That one, and we want a range ring of 5 miles.
Yes.
So as we can see there, the turn will bring us just at 5 miles.
Yeah.
So we want to start the turn pretty much as soon as we take off. We might need to start it.
Yeah. Well, it'll be minimum turning altitude about 400 feet AGL, and then into the turn.
Yeah.
That's why I've put the acceleration height higher as well, because we'll need to keep the speed back for the turn radius around there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then we will need to be looking at chart. And by the way, this I'm referring to 4-10.
Yep.
The sector safe. Sector safe to the north of the airfield is 211.
Jesus.
Yep, and then to the west is 10-5.
Yeah.
I'm not overly concerned about sector safe on the south because hopefully we will be well above.
Yeah.
But it's subject to change.
Okay.
We can only hope. Anyway, so after that, continuing on, we'll be going west towards Igris, and then it will be a
Which direction towards Igris?
sorry, east.
That's more like it.
We'll We're going east towards Igris, and then it'll be a right turn towards Ahal.
A Harley.
Yeah,
A Harley.
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll be routing direct. I don't see any further issues with that.
No, it's just the terrain. That's just the biggest thing, isn't it?
Cool.
And the routing all looks good. I looked at what you've got in the box.
That
looks alright.
Yeah.
A320.
Now looking at the time in which it will take for us to get there, we're expecting to arrive there at 9:21 if we leave now. So we're going to leave the APU on for the trophy approach.
Okay, yeah. You mean you're going to turn it off before take a bit? We'll just put it on.
No, we'll keep the APU on
The whole
throughout the
flight.
flight.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, because that's for
One less thing for us to.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, let's look at the Bible, the Gospel, the hymn sheet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Flap 20 we've agreed on. Runway 2 performance considerations. We're aware that we need to have high performance for this. Terrain awareness. We're aware that there's a load of hills about, and so we'll need to be wary of where we're going.
Yeah.
MSA, SSA, we've gone through sector safe altitudes, transition altitudes. I've got a transition altitude of 13,500.
I put that in the box for you as
Perfect. SID, we are aware that we're using the Igris 1 Bravo.
Yeah.
AFDS, don't really know where to go with that.
Automatic flight direction system. So that's making sure all this is set up here and you've briefed it. So what modes you're going to use. There you go. Close enough. I understand now.
Yep. We've got the IAS set to the V2.
Yeah.
7,500, which you've put in.
Yeah.
Radio aids. Radio aids required.
You could maybe force it to put the KTM in, but
I don't think it's...
No. If we have a problem, I'll bung it in.
Cool. Okay. FMC. We're happy with the setup of the FMC and what data has been entered.
Yep.
Would you like to review the route at all, or are you happy with it?
Quite happy with the route.
Cool stuff. Any emergencies? If it's anything after V1, we'll continue on and we'll stick to the SID. If we could, if we can't, then we'll need to try and remain within the confines of the hills.
We'll look out the window, I suggest, and just make sure we don't hit anything.
Single I mean, we're quite light anyway, so if we lose an engine, we're still safe to continue.
Yeah.
In terms of if we have an emergency after the departure, then it is probably best that we continue on rather than try and land back at Kathmandu because of the approach.
Yeah.
And how much of a pain it will be. And then we just need to review it. So, is there any questions that you have about it? Anything that we've missed out?
Yes, I have no questions.
No questions. Okay. So I believe that's before the departure briefing.
Okay.
Completed.
Good stuff.
We've got the fuel on.
We've got our bacon sandwiches.
We've got our bacon sandwiches. What I suggest is we have our bacon sandwiches and then we'll go through the pre-flight.
Oh yeah, because we need Dave. Good morning to everyone on the stream who's joining us over breakfast. We too are having breakfast. We're just waiting for Dave because he's well, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. He's just crafted some excellent bacon sandwiches for us, so we're going to scoff these, and then we'll be underway. Is that a baked potato? That would be nice for breakfast. Just a potato. This is not Aer Lingus.
796, Kathmandu Tower Gate, continue number 2 behind the arriving 747 and 1 departure, wind 2908.
That's great, trust me, I need this more than you. LLA 117, yeah, this is about the right size, so there's an awful lot of space back there. There's so much flour on these bags.
Yeah, G'day, velocity 1756, running short.
The breakfast baps, so
Yeah.
that's why.
1756, g'day.
They do get a bit annoying after a while. So much flour on them. Hello.
547, welcome to Kathmandu, contact ground 1219, g'day.
1219.
Hot bacon sandwiches. Yeah.
195, wind 2908, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Just great if you donate £50, then come and visit at breakfast time, and I'll make you a bacon roll.
Arriving Qantas 737, line from late runway 02.
After arriving Qantas, line from late, 202.
See, I had bacon and fried egg roll. That was mine with brown sauce. These two peasants only went for bacon, unfortunately. They didn't go for the whole hog.
Message for Chris Paulus. Chris. Just says A3. Good morning, nice to see you. Or Guten Morgen, in fact. Sorry, go ahead.
Guten Morgen. Does the airline supply you with breakfast?
No, I supply my own, which is a blessing and a curse, because I have to get up and make it, but then I can eat whatever I want. So I can have cereal or hot breakfast, if I make hot breakfast, things like that. I can have pancakes, I can have waffle. Dave made the sandwiches, yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Couldn't possibly take credit on his behalf. I interrupted you trying to communicate with the ground personnel.
796, wind 2908, runway 02, cleared land. Like 175, contact departures 125.1, go.
175. I'm showing my lack of experience on the 7.4. Fighter Fox is saying the flap acceleration height was to be flap 20/3000. What did we put in? Is that what we put in? Alright. Yeah, because otherwise we'll get to 1,000 feet and then it'll start commanding an acceleration, won't it? Yeah, I'm getting confusing the thrust reduction with the acceleration height.
No, that just shows how realistic if it doesn't realise that you're actually sat on the ground or at 30,000 feet. I can see how you can get it wrong. Apart from the aircraft by side of us would be rather a bit smaller than that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. 5 miles.
Equals 796, continues, climb ground 21, that's 191, Kathmandu.
No planes use Earth magnetic force to fly. No.
November 757 Alpha Foxtrot, wind 2908, runway 02, clear for
Is it worth getting? Yeah, it's not worth getting now, is it? Oh, how long's the flight?
Tower, this is 956.
Well, I'll be on there. Be on your flight plan already then. So.
956, go back. November 757 Alpha Foxtrot, wind 2908, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Number 757 Alpha Foxtrot, clear for takeoff, run 02.
I take it you haven't printed off the actual challenge bit of it.
956, expect
No, that wouldn't have been a bad idea.
I'll go and do it in a minute.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Expect landing clearance, 6.
Oh well, unlucky there.
I was going to
2121,
say something. Oh, that was it. Some people cut the fat off the bacon sandwich. Sometimes I think that's the best bit, especially when I'm tired.
1756, behind the arriving United 737, line from late runway
You don't-
02.
You don't get enough fat on bacons these days because it's all lean sort of stuff.
People sit there and they cut it off. I know it's not the best for you because it's fatty, but
Yeah, saturated fat bit. By the time you actually cook it all though, it's rendered down, so you don't actually. Part of the
Right.
taste.
that's the last item on the checklist. Fighter Fox, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I've had medical problems as well.
Yeah, to being the key word. Can happen at any point.
Tampering with bacon should be a criminal offence. I agree.
Agreed. I think we're all in agreement.
And I think the worst one is actually putting red sauce on it.
Red?
That's
What's wrong with red sauce?
Got to be brown.
Oh, contentious. You say potato, I say potato.
I say pre-flight checklist.
You say pre-flight checklist, then I say... You say, we say, they say... Yeah. Right, pre-flight checklist. Inspections and security.
Is checked.
Oxygen.
Is checked.
100%.
Flight instruments.
I've got heading at 278 with an altitude of 4,400 feet on the QNH 1018 hectopascals.
Parking brake.
Is set.
Fuel control switches.
Oh, cut off.
EFD.
I have 146, LNAV, VNAV, Toga Toga 7,500.
Takeoff speeds.
I have the takeoff speed, sorry, this is why I missed the page. 132, 135, 146.
ACARS pre-flight.
Is completed.
CDU complete. Sorry, CDU pre-flight.
Is complete.
Taxi and takeoff brief.
You're happy with everything that we've discussed?
I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Completed.
Right, that's the pre-flight checklist complete.
Perfect. Flight deck to ground.
United 56 disconnecting at this time.
Ground. Go ahead.
Are we cleared to pressurise?
Yes. Carry on, pressurise.
Right, we'll do that then. So,
Over that 1 star, takeoff runway 02. We're rolling now, velocity 1756, thank you. Aussie 121, a lot of weight, runway 02.
1.02,
oh, it said on still. Okay.
To logic.
Right, fuel tank to engine. Coming off. Go.
Wicked.
That's all done. That's all done. That's later, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And the beacon is on.
Perfect. Before start checklist, please.
Before start checklist coming up. Flight deck door.
Is closed and locked.
Passenger signs.
Are on.
Beacon.
Is both.
And transponder.
Is not transponder.
That's because I didn't put it on. There we go. Before start checklist complete.
Good morning, Bitborg.
Tower 47 Charlie for approach start.
1756, contact departures.
There we go.
Also, so push approved brake breaker. Velocity 1756, contact departures. 125, decimal 1, go. 351, feel over velocity 1756, thanks. Plus. Tower,
Didn't you see an A330 out there? Left.
No, I can see a 7.3, but it's gone.
Oh, okay.
It's 47 Charlie, push approved.
Push to start approved, small 47 Charlie.
Just working that bacon down.
Oh, yeah. I was coughed. Don't worry about
That, yeah.
Cool.
Push approved.
Flight deck to ground.
Ground.
There we have Bojan start.
Release parking brake.
Nose to left.
Want to face that way, yeah.
Nose to the left. Is that to south?
Yes.
Release brakes, please.
Hello, Angus. You come to watch the impending carnage.
2908 knots, 2902, clear for takeoff.
Didn't realise you were here, otherwise I'd have made you a bacon roll. I'll go make one very shortly.
And
Packs are off.
we clear to start.
Yep, current start.
Start 3 and 4, please.
Why not?
Behind the arriving aircraft.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Of course, I need to do
It's
that.
alright.
Harry, when to stop, Luke, because I can't see.
I think that will do.
Okay, stop it.
Cheers.
Stop it.
Go ahead.
Set parking brake, please.
That was good timing.
Good on that one.
By design, of course.
Towing system removed and steering pin removed.
Rusty B, how happy would you be at this time in the morning? All cleared. Ready to go. Off you go. Enjoy.
Hydraulic pressure demand 4
Nuisance.
associated. We're the only ones, obviously, that
Right.
have got the proper scenery.
Can we start 1 and 2, please?
We can. I'll do it properly this time. 1, 2. fancy having to have another branded energy drink today. You sent him away to make you some breakfast.
Level 1339 Kathmandu Town today. It is currently.
Do you know what, I only...
Watch 8:22.
What's that? I didn't know that.
No.
Oh, come on. He's got to do it sometime.
I don't think so.
Just by choice?
I don't think so. That's what Gary was saying.
Well, you fly more in the right seat than you do in the left seat anyway.
Yeah.
Hydraulic pressure demand 1 cancelled.
Nuisance.
Tower velocity
And that's 1 and 2 stable.
Yeah.
Perfect. So,
Happy?
yep.
Dave just stepped away to cook some breakfast. Dave will be back. Sorry.
Auto.
You missed out. Stephen effing Riley.
Who is he?
That's a very good question.
F is the flight controls, I take it. does the F
Yeah,
stand for?
we'll go with that.
Flaps?
Oh, I mean... Oh, yeah.
Stephen flapping Riley.
Yeah.
And what have we got for this 5.5? Cool. So when you're ready before taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist, flight controls,
Checked.
anti-ice,
Is auto.
recall,
Is checked.
auto brake.
Is not RTO.
Oh, thing I've missed. What a shit first officer I am. Please continue. Flaps.
20 set.
Ground crew clearance.
Is received.
For taxi checklist. Complete.
Speedbird 47 Charlie for taxi.
247 Charlie, taxi, Golf, to number 5, holding point runway 02, and I'm assuming you need backtrack.
A firm, we will require full length for Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Want me to look at the full
247 Charlie. And
No, it's no chance.
Kathmandu.
I'd rather we do full length.
1.9, go.
1.9, thanks.
Oh, look.
Ah, excellent.
Typical Jet 2 cutting people up.
The cavalry is here.
Cavalry carrying up everyone.
Handbrake turn on to stand. Yep, standard ups. Pink.
Going
That's
down
the
the taxi.
330. Going down the taxi.
Taxiway, yeah. Look at that scenery. That's beautiful.
It is very good scenery.
Yeah.
Shame no one else has it.
Are you going to cut him up or are you going to stop before?
No, I'm going to go down to
Are they all at Delta? That's Delta. This is where Echo would be. Problem is because we've got the actual scenery, we've got that offset, haven't we? So the runway.
Yeah. Slightly off.
So it's always going to happen.
Yeah, you can't be. Wales, you're getting pretty good at this keeping on top of the willy waving thing. I'm quite impressed, even.
The Chanek's next to us.
Huh. No. I
Good.
think he's on stand. That's me in front, Jammy.
Aero
Okay.
Mexico.
Morning, Jammy.
That's me in front.
Yeah. The seventh. Are you literally flying a 737-200?
Yeah, I love that. Look at those engines.
Yeah.
Blooming loud.
Hush, kit.
Yeah.
12 or whatever version they got up to.
Yeah.
Seabird 1339 behind the party 737, life and weight runway 05.
So, do you think he's a desktop? There's not a...
I
Yeah, there's
think
not a
so.
sim.
Yeah, desktop, I think.
Because the... Thompson, that's a full sim?
Thompson is, yeah, Thompson.
One Victor Bravo is a full sim. Qantas 25 is a full sim.
Victor Bravo, I have to say we're quite
I think the
quite pleasant.
Velocity, this one here might be.
Velocity is, yes.
Jammy, is that you in the British Airways 737-200? If so, are you on a desktop or have you got a full sim?
Do you want to prepare yourself for the before takeoff checklist?
Yeah. Hi Jackie. That's a lovely name. Yeah, we are deliberately taking off with the APU. All for the reasons for that will be revealed.
I'm thinking a packs off as well, just for
Oh, you haven't briefed them.
a laugh.
Brief packs off.
We're
There's
up.
a supplementary procedure for that.
No, we're updating the takeoff briefing. That's why.
Okay. I haven't done packs off. Have you
1339.
got them? We haven't. What do you do for?
You just turn them off.
Does it have a packs off departure or bleeds off? Do you understand the difference between the two?
It does. They do a packs off departure. Normally, it's only if your gross weight is over 300 tons.
Oh, okay.
From what I understood from Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to decide what altitude you're going to put them on
Put the packs on at, yeah.
And you put them on slowly, one at a time to allow them
We
time
don't.
to...
We don't have packs off on the 73. We just have bleeds off because.
Right.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, behind the Virgin Australia 737, enter backtrack runway 02, speed before 7 jump.
Okay, before takeoff checklist, please.
Okay, before takeoff checklist. Oh, that is a full sim, a 200 sim. That'd be awesome to fly. Final load sheet.
Is received.
Flaps.
20 set.
Trim.
Is 5.5.
Takeoff briefing.
We've updated. It's going to be packs off.
Okay, runway speeds EPA VNAV.
I've got 132, 135, 146, and then I've got 146 Toga LNAV VNAV 7500.
Wait for the scrub. Oh, you got away with that. Cabin report.
Is received.
Transponder.
Is transpondering.
We'll take off checklist complete.
Perfect.
1339 climb departures 125.
Strobes on.
Yeah, alright. If I forget stuff, if you ask, and I'm quite happy to do.
That's alright.
Otherwise, I'll sit here like a piece of the furniture and not do anything.
Take a look at those buildings on the left. It looks like Syria,
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
sadly.
Decide.
Yes, I'm not interested in that.
We'll continue.
The velocity 738, wind 2908 knots, runway 02, clear for takeoff.
Oh no, it's velocity, wasn't it?
02, clear for takeoff, velocity 738.
Oh. ATC doesn't know about the trophy arrival and he just went offline.
Oh.
I would do it anyway. It'd be good crack, so.
It'll probably be Worldflight ATC doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Whee!
Morning, Stuart. Glad you're enjoying the stream. I'm not flying. I'm FO BH today. Now this is going to be an excellent lineup, obviously.
Might have
No, I think this is going to be alright, actually. My sarcasm was misplaced.
botched it.
Yeah, I do the same. Oversteer every time.
Yeah, I do that, because you think, right, well, it's big.
Well, you got to
So you
go
continue
in
forward.
deep. Yeah,
And then you end up doing it too much.
yeah. So I think that's probably a simism, but we all do the same thing, so we can't all be wrong. Look at the terrain out there.
I know, I'm
That's-
just wondering if I can put my phone somewhere and go live for my Facebook feed.
Whoa. that really fast turn just messed with my head as well. It's
Yeah.
like I'm not
Do you know what
moving.
we call that? Somographic illusion, is that right? I'll put this anyway.
Oh, you want to take a video?
No, I was going to see if I could rig it somewhere, the way the camera's rigged, so I could go live on Facebook as well, but not
okay.
to worry. John, we've got about...
Number 47 Charlie.
Hold on.
290 degrees, 8 knots, runway 02, clear to takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, speedbird 47 Charlie.
Okay, so it's going to be brakes on.
Bleeds off.
Brakes on, please.
Behind the British Airways 747, live and weight runway 05.
And then I'll need you to set
Runway
the
0,
thrust as
right,
well.
right.
Sure, I can do that.
02.
Brakes releasing now, and set thrust.
Behind the departing 74, runway 02, velocity 9030.
Thrust is set.
Checked. DTO plus 56.
$80 knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up, please.
Gear up. Hull nav engaged.
Oh, hello, Clipper.
So it seems that the 747 has taken off at the same time. Enough speed.
Perfect.
Traffic. Traffic.
Yeah, we know that.
Just inform them of the Clipper.
And a departure speedbird 47 Charlie. Did you get two away at the same time?
Velocity 47 Charlie, pretty sure you're there when was on the runway beside the guy you took off before you.
No problem. There's a Clipper that's just, we had a TA off, but he's maintaining straight to front.
Yeah, 47 Charlie, I'm pretty sure you were the only one on the runway, but he's probably trying to avoid the queue. Anyway, clear departures, 125 125.1, have a good flight, bye-bye.
We'll get there in the end. 125.1 speedbird 47 Charlie. Thanks for your help. Being out.
Perfect.
Velocity
240, about 11.
Flaps 10.
Flaps 10. Departures, good morning, speedbird 47 Charlie, maintaining altitude 7,500 feet. We're in the egress departure.
Speedbird 47, please, Kathmandu departures today, identified.
Flaps 5.
On to flight level 230, caution traffic goes a 747 just above you at Dhaka 10 now.
Yeah, we're visual and manoeuvre as required, and climb now flight level 230, speedbird 47 Charlie.
That's always useful.
What?
Speed.
Oh, thanks.
You could probably turn a pack on.
Let's get one of them going. Flaps 1.
Yep. Flaps 1. That was one thing that we completely missed out, was the auto throttle alarm. Okay, packs can go back on now.
Right, another pack.
And flaps up.
And flaps up.
A speed intervene has been put in because it's going to be a tight turn.
Well, we need to do the up speed, we can't do below
Yeah.
that. And third pack. What, was the auto throttle not in?
Auto throttle wasn't in, I completely
Oh,
missed
okay.
out, unfortunately. That's my fault.
Why are we?
Are we cleared to climb 230 then?
We are, yes.
Okay, cool. Speed intervene is coming out.
Oh yeah, where's the airport?
Yeah.
Airport's just there.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't need...
What's it doing?
It was picking up speed
Might I suggest...
first.
Ah, there we
Clean
go.
up speed.
There you go.
Plus ref, VNF speed.
Much better.
Right. Flaps are up.
Okay. After takeoff checklist when you're ready.
Okay. Set standards.
Yep. Passing 8,000. Oh, whoops. Mine is wigged out. 8,600 on the standard.
Right, after takeoff checklist says landing gear,
Up and off.
flaps,
Up.
aircon and press.
Checked.
And we do have all 3 packs on now, and altimeters.
Passing 9,800 on a standard now.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Perfect.
That was fun.
It was an interesting departure.
Guess that's the moon at 12 o'clock.
Malachite, we've got the
He's
APU.
asking you, can you accept final something?
Sorry, what was the request for Speedbird 47 Charlie?
47 Charlie 360 non-standard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, A-firm, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, thanks for that. I'm now to flight level 360 non-standard.
I'm now flight level 360, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Probably because of Clipper.
Yeah, he's just sort of doing his own thing, isn't he? Right, 360 you have in the window. So late call for 100, climbing 360.
Perfect.
Lights are off. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, all the packs are on.
Command left on, please.
Command left, command.
Commander's on.
Yeah, Malachite, we've got the APU running because we've got something coming up
Yes.
for the arrival into Dhaka. All will be revealed once we get to top of climb.
Oh dear.
Did I hear Gary say it today? This is a raffle day for PSX?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Is it just the one sector, or do we take? Is it every entry that goes in today?
I heard him say today, so that's what I was.
Not entirely sure. Oh, hello. Weather's completely changed.
Yeah.
This is fun. Oh, it's just cloud. It's fine. See, now that is quite nice. I like this.
Yeah. God, as if it couldn't, as if the world couldn't get any worse with Trump and Brexit. Apparently, the John Lewis advert's rubbish.
Oh, that is a real problem. We can release the peasants for a little bit.
Why not? And the compliance. This says 0 fuel weight's 233.8. So let's have a look. .8, that's just about 500 extra. You happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
There it is.
The best we're going to get.
Oh, I can smell the bacon again. Making me hungry.
Right.
Yeah, we all like secrets. We've all got to have our little secrets, Malachite. If you're just joining us, if you're just tuning in, we're off to Dhaka from Kathmandu. It's only a short flight, so get your donations in. We're still collecting for the Alzheimer's Society. Anything you can donate, whether it be big or small, will be contributed into the pot. That will all go towards the charity. We're also giving away a copy of PSX, so all the instruments that you can see at the moment that are driving the simulator, all the stuff behind the scenes, we've got a copy of that as well. So if you donate more than £5, that'll go into the pot to win the copy of PSX.
Right, so shall we review the arrival?
Yeah, that was 200 for 360.
Perfect.
Get rid of that.
So, here we are. Notice of competition, Worldflight.
So listen very carefully, people. This is why we kept the APU on.
So, for those who don't know what the trophy flight is, the trophy flight is a challenge put down every world flight. This is my first one, so the trophy flight has been assigned to to this leg, which is probably the worst idea for me to be on. But
Hey.
oh well.
We'll take it up with crew planning, that Benny then.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so the overview of the trophy flight, it started in 2015. In the spirit of the trophy flight is to provide a bit of friendly rivalry between teams, breaking up the long week. So the whole point of it is we will be doing a glide approach into Dhaka. by glide approach, that means we've got to shut down every engine, but we can keep one running because we're 747 and they rely on hydraulic systems to be running.
Not above idle, isn't it?
Pardon?
One engine not above idle, is that right?
That's correct. So we would need to request ATC approach, request trophy arrival. We would then route direct to the field and clear for the visual approach.
Okay.
At which point we'll be transferred over to tower, and we then need to establish the glide approach at an altitude not exceeding 5,000 feet above ground level prior.
Okay, no problem. We'll stand by for them. For now, Unicorn 122.8, speedbird 47, Charlie. Thanks for your help.
So we've got the established the glide approach, 5,000 feet AGL prior to 5 nautical miles from the airport. We need to report the glide has established a tower to signal the condition has been better than 5 nautical miles.
What have I got to say to tower? Glide established.
Glide established, yeah. So that's basically saying that, yep, the engines are shut down apart from one.
Yep.
The winner is determined by the aircraft whose mains undercarriage touches down closest to the nose of the marker. The marker will be used using default P3 scenery, so we need to keep an eye out for him to work out where he is.
If he's in the grass, I don't care. Just touch down next to him.
Yeah, that's he's going to be by the touchdown marker.
Yeah.
So there are stipulations here. We will be disqualified if we request the trophy arrival and it's not requested with approach control. The glide approach condition is not established by 5 nautical miles of the airport.
Yeah.
The aircraft is 5,000 feet above ground level within 5 nautical miles of the airport. Or the aircraft crashes, i.e. is deemed to be unairworthy after landing. Runway excursion occurs during or after touchdown.
Yeah.
Or the simulator is manipulated to obtain an unfair advantage, for example, slew mode.
Okay, so...
Or time compression.
So we need to request a glide approach, tell them a glide established. Within 5 miles, we cannot have the engines running apart from one at idle for hydraulics.
Yep.
And can't be above 5,000 feet either.
We can't be above 5,000 feet AGL.
Okay.
So the best option in terms of engines is we will keep engine 1 running.
Okay.
And hydraulic demand number 4 will go to... Oh, that's a red message. That's never good.
A red message?
Yeah.
Just got a red message there.
Network error.
Ah! Notice of competition. Yeah, this is everything you just
So,
wrote, isn't it?
what we'll do is we'll go to... On this, we will go... We'll keep the APU running.
Yeah.
In fact, the APU has... It's still running. Okay, that's good. Cool. We'll go to APU Gen 2.
Yeah.
Before we do the shutdown, and then we'll shut down 2, 3 and 4, which means we won't need APU Gen 1. Engine 1 will be running, which will be running the hydraulic system on 1.
Yeah.
4 will have to go into auxiliary before we shut down.
Yeah.
So we'll pop that into auxiliary before we do anything.
There's a QRH checklist for in-flight shutdown. Do you want to just run through that when the time comes, or it's going to be a final approach and we'll be quite busy?
It'll be very busy.
All right.
So it's probably best that we
you could review it now and make sure there's nothing missing.
Yeah.
We haven't thought of.
Carry on while I grab this.
Yep, go for it.
What a wonderful sandwich. Thank you very much.
As the instance has conked out, unfortunately.
Which instance is that?
P3D.
What, from the stream?
Yeah. I think.
Is that what they're fixing?
Yes.
Okay. Thought there would be an engine in-flight shutdown.
Yeah, I found one.
Aborted start, auto start fail, multiple engine flame out, stall, engine fail, single.
You missed us having a aft cargo fire last night.
Really?
Yeah, we had an aft cargo fire and trying to... I dealt with one at the last event that we had, and I tried to remember the memory items. I missed a few things out.
Do you know what? I was looking at, there aren't any memory items on the fire.
Are there no memory items on the aft cargo fire?
Nope.
Oh.
Your EC mode fail.
I'm thinking now, checklist I was in, we had an engine failure
Yeah.
after takeoff. And I think it said do not, I mean, like,
Yeah, it says do not complete the
right.
one engine.
Because I was thinking, you'd match up, generators would come on, like that, but I guess it's all auto in this air.
Yeah.
I guess, like you say, we'll just go to AUX. We'll just turn the engines off slowly. Out 1,000 to go.
Checked.
And we'll just take it as slowly as the competition will permit. But it will be a bit gash, I imagine, because we don't do this in real life.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun.
So let's see. Dhaka
Hi,
is
Sam.
what country is Dhaka again?
Bangladesh?
Yes,
Bangladesh. Yes, it is.
Wales. Is your opinion of Brexit? I don't think Brexit's going to change anything, if I'm honest.
It's all gonna go wrong. Ah!
Well, that's what people are saying, but people still need to fly to places. It doesn't change things. The problem is the weakness of the pound.
That took a tanking.
Yeah, that's a problem. Although it's sort of nudging up a little bit, but in the short term, most airlines are hedged anyway, so they've already agreed to how much their fuel's going to be. You'll see the effect of that like next year, perhaps.
And do you have a target glide speed?
170.
Okay.
170 knots, flaps 10. I think we worked it out that if you were 5 miles and you on the runway heading, you on the final, you could be at 3,500 feet at 5 miles, lose all your engines, and as long as you kept 170 knots, you could get to the threshold quite comfortably. The only problem is, I don't believe we're going to have that luxury. I think we're going to have real problems.
Do you want me to put 360 in here now, since you wanted this non-standard?
Yes, please.
You're going to have the gear down and then flaps 10, and then just
Well, we'll put the gear down at 5.
Yeah.
We'll have to put the gear down before 5, actually, thinking about it.
Because
Step.
Why is it still in climb mode?
Is it still in climb?
Just a favour, just press the Alt button. See if that will trigger it.
VNAV
There we go.
Yeah, okay. So, a fix for VGHS. VGHS.
Oh, I can tell I had a curry last night.
Oh dear. So 5 miles and then 25 miles. That would do 125. 125. So hopefully, can we get a ATIS for VGHS? Oh, in fact you did request one.
I did.
Loving your work.
you can use flight spoilers on that event.
Yes, there's no ban on using spoilers. Like if we're too high,
Right.
we can do that.
I think we might be able to get away with it, to be honest.
I think it would be better to be too high and have to
yes.
use the spoilers rather
what
than
you
being
do.
too low.
Right,
Yeah.
and because we're given that once in a while. With our corporate training, we generally have 3 days of simulator.
3 days.
And-
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if we get finished early, which we often do if things have gone well, the instructor quite often say, okay, anything you guys want to see, anything you want to do, and if
Expecting
you just say,
sensible suggestions. But
give us something. I've probably had it, 4 or 5 times where you'll be on a SID climb out and they'll just fail both engines, and you
yeah.
see if you can make it back to the airport.
Just for the lows.
Right. So what I've found in the 3 types of jets that I've flown last,
Yeah.
180 knots target speed has worked in each jet.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen the movie Sully yet?
No, not yet. I want to see it though.
So when it comes out over here, watch his airspeed when he starts his no-engine descent.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
I find it out in any jet that I'm flying in just by lowering the nose.
Yeah.
And the airspeed starts to increase. and then
Yeah.
you pull it back until the airspeed stops increasing or decreasing.
Yeah.
And you see what sort of rate of descent you get, and
Yeah.
that'll often be in that target area. So when you said 170, that didn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And that's probably also with flaps 10.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, what you do is you try and work it where you're high. The other thing you can do is you can use speed brake, or you can side slip,
Yeah.
which is way back from the old days. But
Yeah. Like S-turns and all sorts of stuff.
But
yeah,
They
because
did
the
that with-
famous Gimli glider, which was an Air Canada 767 that lost both engines because of their fuel miscalculation, he did a side slip aircraft too.
Blame the metric system for that.
Yeah, it was
I blame
mean,
the Imperial system.
crazy thing to do anyway. The Canadians didn't do it after that.
No.
What was the
Fuel
issue?
gauges. Instead of having it in pounds, they had Boeing converted to
Kilos.
whatever it
Kilos.
was, something
But-
that we didn't use.
But also there was there's one thing from I remember looking at the report was that the some of the fuel sensors weren't working, so they were relying on FMC input.
They
Yes.
had to dip the tanks, didn't they?
Yes, they had to do a dip.
And the engineer hadn't done it before.
They just did, yeah, and they did the wrong conversion when they used the
Yeah.
dipstick conversion pounds. So they started off with not enough fuel, and then they had one of the indications in the cockpit. I guess it was the fuel quantity gauges weren't working.
Yeah, that's why.
Which
They,
is why they
yeah,
did
that's
the
why they had
dipsticks.
to dip the tanks, and then when they
So when they
requested
first
the
started,
fuel,
when they first started getting these fuel anomalies, they just figured, well, it's a new airplane, it must be something
related
else.
to the
And they were
fuel
literally
MEL,
running out of fuel, yeah. But that's the thing. So you want to be higher on the approach because you can always get rid of altitude.
Yeah,
Can't get it back,
yeah.
and you can't get airspeed back. So if you increase airspeed, you can lead it off somehow.
What runway are they on in Dhaka?
It says 1-4, which will actually work in our favour because
Yeah,
I've
'cause
got
it's more or less straight in, isn't it?
yes, but we would need to go within the 5-mile ring, and then we'll need to manoeuvre ourselves to that.
So
So
you're going to go through the overhead and join a downwind then?
well, what I'm going to do is we're going to put in another fix, and this is the
You never have too many fixes. Is your chat client working? Is it? Does the chat gone off on there as well?
B
Well, I can see the last one was
GHS.
at 9:52.
fix.
Oh.
No,
You
there we
switched to
go.
P3D.
So we want a 144/5, and then we want another one which is
Empty too.
324/5.
As in, which connection? The chat's gone off the iPads as well. So is the stream still on? No. Oh.
Oh, there's somebody just typed in at 9:54.
Oh, the chat's
Simfest
on,
says,
but
okay, back.
Next VGHS arrival. ILS 14.
yeah, then you'll get the extended centre line, won't you?
Yep. Which is what we want. No, that'll actually, it might cause problems if we do that. Because if I go into legs, and I then select runway 14, yes, that's going to cause problems.
Malachi, yeah, we've got a whiteboard out the back, which is Gary's to-do list with the when these are fixed. I'm just trying to get us connected to VPilot.
I don't know if we're live at the moment, are we? Dave, I think.
DGH.
You're not you're live on the stream. I'm just trying to get onto that sim now.
Execute.
That machine's thrown a fit as well by the looks of it, or it's got the message updates are available.
Oh, gee. I'll do that in a minute. 2 secs. Pilot clients.
BGHS runway 14 execute. There we go. Okay, so we've got an extended centre line, is what we want. as we ever edge closer towards our fate. You're just here to watch the carnage unfold, aren't you, Angus?
You know, I didn't know this was happening until you announced it, so. Good.
Can't get.
It'll be interesting.
Right. So the main thing you're doing is just concentrating on the touchdown point. You can watch the airspeed rated 10.
Yeah.
Pilot client.
So just to review,
Mm-hmm.
we can glide approach means all engines shut down and operative within 5 miles of the landing airport. Spot landing means main undercarriage touchdown at nominated point. Winner determined by closest spot landings at the nominated point.
Are we fixed or?
You'll see a lot of red on the VAT sims. Somebody's noticed that on the screen.
So what's this?
Okay.
Yeah, those are just examples, but I think what I'm thinking of doing is, if it's 1-4 and we're coming from there, it'll be within the 5 miles, and then it'll be left to say 003 040. Yeah, and then there'll be a long turn in. But hopefully by 1,000 feet we'd be stable.
Well,
hope.
if we're not stable, there's nothing we can do about it because I'm not starting 3 engines.
No, absolutely.
Quick, shit. So you're going to come over the top.
Now at 1,000, you're saying at 1,000 feet you should be stable?
We need to be stable. We need to really
So
be
how
stable.
far back would 1,000 feet be?
Let's see,
That's
so 5 miles, 1,000
next-
feet. I'd probably say that's about
You won't be doing 700 feet.
But it'd be
Two
like
and a bit-
13, 14.
2 and a bit,
maybe.
2 and a bit miles.
We use about 2 to 1, or I think on the 300 when you're doing idle. So 2 miles per 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably in this because it's got massive
Well,
weight.
are we still offline?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Because you're at altitude, huh?
Because you're at altitude, it's not
It won't be
quite
the
the same.
No.
You can go back that. I think it's just you want to give yourself a target because you don't want to be too far out. So if you think
Oh, that's Jack's.
Yeah, that's fine.
you were thinking, what'd you think, 2 miles back?
Yeah, I reckon just outside of 2 miles.
Okay, so we have DME on that.
We do.
So what you could do is, yeah, could you make a DME arc at 2 miles back from the button, or create a waypoint 2 miles
do.
back from the right? Then you can put an altitude there is what you want to cross, because you want to try and stay high. Because if you come over that point and you're high, you could
You can fix it.
speed brake. Yeah.
Whereas if we're low,
If you're low, you've turned in too late.
then it's going to be quite embarrassing.
Yeah.
DAC.
And the moment you start
Are we
a
back?
turn,
Or
depending
four.
on your angle of bank, you're going to lose more altitude in that turn. So if you have a shallow bank, you won't lose as much by point.
Okay, what happened there was the P3D outside had crashed, which then takes down this, but at the same time, just by coincidence, the VATSIM UK server had also gone down.
Oh, okay. So it was.
I still can't get onto the chat on the iPad.
Have you gone Quizzle?
Yeah, I tried that.
DAC.
Sometimes you've got to close it.
DAC 324. 324/3. Execute.
So,
No, it's still not taking it.
Do you want a bacon sandwich, Benny? I'll make you a bacon sandwich.
Oh, morning, Benny. You sound even more hoarse than yesterday. That'll be Sam James then. Oh.
That's annoying.
So we are back on the stream, is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it looked like 10:02. That goes.
AAC
The text
need a
always
holiday.
works whether the
3,
stream's
4,
live or not, that's the only thing.
slash 5. Secured. 114. Ah, you crud. Erase. There's a bit of guesswork here because it's relying on DAC on Dhaka.
Yeah.
I need to consider the runway. Otherwise, it's going to put me way too close.
In what sense, sorry?
Like if
So Dhaka, the DME that you give in the FMC is based on the centre point of DAC.
Okay.
So,
But you create a waypoint. I don't know. In ours, if we do, we line select the runway 14 down at the scratch pad and put //2, and it would create a waypoint 2 miles away from runway 14.
oh, okay. So if I delete that, delete that, execute. So I do RW.
Well, no, just try line selecting runway 14 down at the scratch pad.
Yep.
//
I think we one slash on there. You want to...
Well, the in between is the bearing, right? So that's what the 2 slashes are. So you do slash, try it, see if it works, and then put 2. 2 miles back.
Invalid entry.
Do you know what? So what you want a waypoint 2 miles before the runway, don't you?
Yes.
Right, so
Threshold.
go to departure arrival.
Hang on. 3. 24/2.
That may or might not work. Oh, it did.
Okay, so now you've got that.
Then I just drag that up, execute, and then we've got.
Okay, so now you want to. Got a target altitude to be there was 1,000 foot above the runway.
Thereabouts, but to be honest, there's going to be some dive's going to occur. Have we got any ATC about that we can
Connect.
1275?
Go center 27.5.
I'm not sure what we can do in terms of the approach briefing. We know it's going to be an absolute cluster.
Well, just so I'm clear, you're going into the overhead and then you're going to go downwind, or are you going to go for final straight?
We're going to arc. We're going to arc round a bit.
So
we'll check right base.
You're going to go that way.
We're going to go that way. So we need to.
Okay, right. So you will be going sort of straight
Yeah.
in. That was reset MCP alt.
Okay.
Is that the current sensor at the moment?
That is now, yes.
Sensor, good morning. Speedbird 47 Charlie, flight level 360, direct to Raj.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, 7 g'day.
What descent?
Yeah, shall we request that?
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request descent.
Speedbird 47 Charlie. Descend flight level 240.
Descent flight level 240, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Checked. Looking at the plate, don't land on the wrong runway. See
Yeah.
that one just to the west?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced this is still working. I've still got no chat on here.
What's the last thing you have written? In 10:06. What's the next leg?
Oh, okay.
So the next leg is from Dakar to. I think it's China.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere in China. If you put exclamation mark roster, it will tell you who's on the roster, and it'll also tell you where the next routing is, I think. That's one of the stream commands anyway.
Yeah.
But, how's it going to work with this transfer of control?
That's a very good question. We didn't really think about that.
Do you want to do it the way any normal airline would work, and you just fly the descent?
It's probably worth.
Anti-BA.
Yeah, we'll probably go against BA ops on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't dictate Qantas ops, BA ops, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I can't glide the aircraft to go, oh, by the way, it's your turn now.
Yeah.
Because you might not like what I'm
Thousand
doing.
feet stable line of control. Oh crap.
Right, we'll do descent checks though. The only thing we need to do,
Flaps 30.
flap 30. Descent checks, so recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
We'll go for auto brakes. Won't work, I believe, if we lose engine. But we'll do auto
Set
brakes.
it to make us feel nice and cuddly and warm.
Auto brakes 3.
Landing data.
Winging on a prayer.
Okay, so the ILS minimums should be around 250, 270. So airport elevation is 27. So if you just bug 1,000 feet.
Oh, sorry, I'll let you bug it first.
Why is that? Can you steal it?
Can't. Yeah.
FB for flaps 10. There's 2 sets of flaps missing. There's 7 knots between 30 and 5. I think they could maybe give it to you in an engine.
Yeah.
Probably in a QRH, there'll be a VRED.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
VREF
actually.
plus something.
It'll be in one of the flap ones if we're flap 10.
Yeah. Yeah. See how close it is to that 170.
They use fixed
Could be
VREF
less.
schedules, so clean on. Well, I imagine clean is VREF plus 80, which should be 223. Then flap 1 will be 203, flap 5 will be 183, flap 10 will be 173, I think.
Okay.
If it's similar to the 7.4. No, sorry, to the 7.3. God, my hand's getting tired now.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry we're not quite as interactive as we can. We've been fixing some problems on the stream with our internet connection, and we can't get the chat client up on either side where we're sitting. So I could just got a better idea.
Flight Sim Andy says 1 mile's fine. Laugh out loud.
1 mile, was that?
Yeah, he says, Flight Sim Andy says 1 mile is fine.
Oh, I can see myself winding watch the stream from
Oh,
in.
you can? Okay.
God. It's not disconnected from the wireless. I've got the stream up in front of me. Is it the IRC client? It must be that. Right. What do we want? Flight controls. Pretty quiet. I'm sorry. You're very quiet. Can you say again to me before 7 Charlie? Radar, Speedbird 47 Charlie, say again please. Centre still connected, can you see?
Yeah, it shows still.
Descend 10,000, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Just confirm the QNH please. Did we get the weather? You've got the weather. What's the QNH?
1009.
Okay. Okay, 10,000 on 1009. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. QNH 1008, speedbird 47 Charlie, thank you. Right, 10,000 in the window.
And velocity 738, descend at flight level 120.
Set QNH. 24,000 feet, descending for 10,000 feet. Up to 9.
It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. You know what? It'll be performance in flight, I think.
So if you were thinking that you'd be doing maybe 1,300 feet a minute at 2 miles back, then again you want to have that target on the way to that waypoint of being about the same sort of rate of descent, because then it's stable. You'll find that out whether your airspeed's increasing or decreasing. When you do the banking turn to final, you're going to lose more altitude because of the turn. So again, you want to be a little high. So for high, it's not so bad, because once you're low, you're low. And got a little, if you're carrying that 170.
There you go.
Cheers. Well, the thing, it may be VREF will be flaps 10.
I've taken an educated guess.
Okay.
For flap 10.
That'd be perfect, because if you then carry that in, you're able to reduce your rate of descent and bleed the airspeed off before you fall. So,
but the plan is
that target.
The plan which I was thinking is it would be flaps 10 within 5 miles, and then we'll be putting more flap on as we get closer.
You're going to keep putting more flap?
Okay.
We're going to be, it's going to be a progressive increase on flaps because we've still got the hydraulic system. We can still do that, and we'll go down to flaps 30 at the last minute.
I suggest 25, just because if you've got too much drag, you've got more of a response time. If you're on flap 30, you need an awful lot more thrust than you will do at flap 25.
No, of course. Yeah.
Right, so the other thing is, what do you need the flap for?
We want to extend our glide path.
That's not going to extend it though. That's going to start reducing it.
Yeah.
So if you've got a perfect profile, why change the flaps? Because if the airplane can physically land and stop on that runway with flaps 10, then you don't change configuration. You keep the same airspeed, keep the same rate of descent. You'll be able to adjust it more with your eyesight.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from on that.
Because as long as you know the plane's going to be able to stop on that, and you can do manual braking, plus, but you're going to have a stable, it'll be like the space shuttle coming in.
Yeah,
right?
of course,
You're coming in, you're adjusting the speed with your nose pitch, but if you change the flaps, you're going to mess with
You've
whatever
got to change all your
stabilizes.
datums, haven't you? Yeah. I mean, you said you've done this a couple of times before. What
Done it
were
with
you,
Peter.
Alright, what were you using with Peter?
We were doing flaps 10 until 5 miles.
And then running to flap 25. Alright, well, did it work when you did it like that?
No.
It did.
Did it no?
Oh,
What happened?
well, we'll just do it that way then. If you, like I say, if you practice it, you know it works.
Whatever
That's
you
fine.
come
We've got
up.
the theory in our heads, but if you've done it, you know it's going to work.
We'll wing it and we'll see. I mean, we'll set the altitude to 0, so it gives us an idea on where we will be.
Yeah.
And we'll extend where necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you're coming in too hot, we could
run flaps out at that
get
point.
some flap out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the nice thing about not changing it is your rate of descent will stay consistent with your airspeed. So, you'll be able to eye the profile, because you've put that marker 2 miles back from the runway.
Yeah.
1,000 foot is your target there. I think you're making that.
Yeah.
Good morning, stream. For anybody that has no idea what's going on at the moment, this is called a trophy flight. During one of the legs, we get almost a challenge. This year's challenge is a glide approach to a spot landing at a destination. This one is where we're going to now. APUs and RATs may be operated without restriction, so that is why the APU is running.
APU's running, yeah.
The winner is determined by closest spot to the landing spot, nominated point. With a 747, one of the things we're allowed to do is to operate one engine, no greater than 50% thrust. So you got one engine, no greater than 50% thrust, to the power, hydraulics and electrical operations. So that is what we're allowed to do. However, there is a few disqualifications with this one. The first one, we must actually request a trophy arrival. If we don't, then pretty much that's it. Game over. The next one, the glide approach condition is not established by 5 nautical miles of the airport. The aircraft is above 5,000 feet within 5 nautical miles of the airport.
Good idea. Raise your seat.
Yeah. Just don't hit yourself in the bollocks.
Yeah, I'll try and avoid that.
If the aircraft crashes,
Well, in fact, I'll go down one
that's a
notch.
worthy disqualification, I think. A runway excursion occurs during or after touchdown.
Sure, we didn't give him 20 minutes.
Or
Yep.
the simulator.
I think that's probably the least of our worries on this approach.
Shall we try and request the... do we speak to them for trophy approach, or...?
Speedbird 47 Charlie approaching 10,000, request slower.
ATC approach. So it's the approach.
121.3, Speedbird 47 Charlie, good morning.
Request trophy.
Yeah. What's the ATIS letter? ATIS letter.
Oh, I didn't have one.
Make it up.
That's what you said.
Radar, hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie with you, maintaining altitude 10,000 on QNH 1008, 747 400, request trophy approach.
Request trophy arrival.
They're going to get finicky about that.
Oh yeah, they will.
Australians. 175, contact tower 18.3.
Yeah, they literally will.
Only 121, contact tower 18.3. Speedbird 47 Charlie, go ahead, approaching.
Blocked. 10,000.
Approach 0001, holding 50 down.
Cubis, yes, all about the other
Level 1,
simulators.
turn right, heading 140 degrees. Turning right, 140 degrees, number 1.
No other pilots will be allowed to do it. It's all part of the Worldflight.
Radar, Speedbird 47 Charlie, maintaining altitude 10,000, QNH 1008, request trophy arrival.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, request trophy with tower, maintain 10,000.
Not what it says.
Okay, maintain 10,000, Speedbird 47 Charlie. Okay, well, we are compliant so far.
Yep.
Yes.
I wonder why they're using 10,000 when the transition level's 60.
Different people. Australians again.
Yeah.
Could be a
Grote, so basically we have to do a glide approach. So at some point during the approach, once we're within 5 miles, we cannot have any of our engines running. We have an exemption to wait because of the way the hydraulics are configured on the aircraft. We need to have one, but we can't go above idle.
Cubans, we won't actually know because it doesn't actually get told until every aircraft's done it. And a trophy is awarded later on.
Level 1, turn right, left heading 05. Left 05, 78, turn right, 40.
Which engine are you keeping on?
The number 1 engine.
Number 1 engine. So that's the one we're keeping for, Tom? Number 1?
3, 8% and 9,000, QNH is 1008. 9,000, 1008.
Luke is nervous, his legs are going like 10 to the Dundon.
Now, do you have an airspeed you have to start this at?
No.
Okay.
Near max.
Because if you...
I think 250 was...
Right, so if you cut the engines at higher airspeed, you got more to play with before it bleeds away to your 170. Once it gets to 170, you have to start descending.
We're not going to be able to go on a base at the moment because, well, we're quite high.
Yeah.
So I guess it works in our favour at the moment. We might have to shut down engines earlier.
Yeah, the sooner we can get on final, if it works with him.
The better we, the
Just go
sooner
to
we
that
get
extended
stable.
line, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to get that picture of what it looks like. Then what I suggest is you get it stable at whatever the choice airspeed is, like 170. That'll tell you your rate of descent that we've got. And it's
Tom, I think so. I think that's right. We need it for the hydraulics.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to vacate?
One turn left heading 320 degrees,
We're getting towed.
on runway.
You might have to tow us off the runway.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
We got one engine running. Is it a turn off to the right? Which side do we clear? Is there
That's a
exits
very
on
good
both sides?
question.
Because if you got one engine, you can bring it up to clear
Yeah.
the runway.
No, it's to the left, of course.
Anything on the right?
No, there's nothing on the right.
Okay. So
6,000 feet, right heading 140, speed 47 Charlie. Heading.
one turn left heading 300 degrees.
So we've actually completed this. So I'd be interested to see if everybody else.
By 11 turn right heading 110 degrees.
Who said contact tower?
We
talent.
don't appear to be descending.
It says there.
but I guess you get your approval for it because right now
Idle,
he's
being enough speed.
maneuvering us. But it'd be interesting to see
Flaps
if he
one.
maneuvers everybody to the same
We'll
point.
do early flappage.
Okay, flat one.
'Cause right now, the airport's over here.
Well,
But
I would
think it is, 'cause
suggest
that's the way
if
it
it
is.
takes us out
Yeah, so it
quite a
sort of
long
takes
way
you here.
here, we come over the top and round
do
like
that.
that.
By looks
Yeah.
of it.
Rather than trying to turn here, 'cause if we do two sharp turns, we're just going to lose an awful lot of altitude.
Yeah, of course.
Saying that, we don't have to shut our engines down until 5 miles, so we've got a bit of room to manoeuvre.
Well, we can't manoeuvre until we're within the 5 miles.
We can't manoeuvre until we're within the 5, and
Yes.
we have to have our engine shut down within that 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Approach checks.
Passing 9,000 to 1008.
Yeah, that's altimeters, so that's approach checklist
it
complete.
doesn't say anything about gear, when the gear has to go down?
Nope.
Okay, so you can use that as drag. So
Yeah.
I'd keep the gear up as long as you can,
Yeah,
so we know we're high.
and then throw it out, and that's when we're stable, and we know we don't need to do anything else.
Does it go any slower? As long as it's got number one engine, the gear goes out at the same.
In what sense?
I don't. Sometimes with certain hydraulic systems, the gear runs lower.
Oh,
I
well,
guess
because it's
doesn't.
using like a secondary system or
I
something.
don't know. I don't know the 747. I assume it's just.
It's only if you use the alternate
Oh,
slower.
okay.
The rest.
Ah,
It's also when you establish at the altitude, basically also.
not exceeding prior to 5,000. Descend to 5,000, speedbird 47 Charlie.
And then
There's
part of it is just before you get to it, say report glide established to tower signal condition be met. At
So as long as
5
we say glide established before 5 miles.
at 5 miles, yeah. So 5,000 at 5 miles. That's cabin ready. So
Cabin ready.
What's the airport elevation versus?
It's sea level.
Ah, perfect. So
makes it
5
easy.
is 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you got to do as well. So 5, you got to tell the tower glide established,
Okay.
and you're at 5,000. By that.
So from this angle, I suggest that we do it overhead.
Let's watch what he does. Let's cheat and watch what someone else does. But yeah, that's going to work. Unless he's going to keep us, he's going to turn us on a base. How many we've got?
Nah, he's gonna.
Big melon.
10.
We're not worried about reverses.
Yeah. We've got 15 miles to touchdown from here.
So if he encroaches inside that 5, that's when he has to cut his engines. So if you stay outside of that 5,
No, we need to go direct then.
Yeah,
he
you get
gives it to you, gotta go direct the runway.
tracked. You get tracked direct to the field, which then you're cleared of visual.
Got it.
That goes at a certain point.
Ah, okay. And then once we're within...
Yeah.
118.3, speedbird 47 Charlie. Thanks for your help. That's 1,000 to go.
So see him, he's just sitting on the 5 mile
Flaps
break.
5.
Up 5.
Nathan, no, the separate microphones are all set up.
Tower, hello, speedbird 47 Charlie, descending altitude 5,000 feet. We are on a, we're out towards the east, or sorry, towards the south. Request glide approach.
47 Charlie, the glide approach is approved. Continue.
What did he say?
I didn't hear the last bit.
Glide approach proof.
Say again, Speedbird 47 Charlie? About.
Speedbird 47 Charlie, trackers required for climb. You are clear for the glide approach. Continue your approach.
Okay, track for the glide approach, cleared approach. Speedbird 47 Charlie. Right.
So is that route direct?
Direct to the field.
Direct to the field and be cleared for the visual approach. Then we get transferred to tower.
121.
I don't think we have to go towards this over the centre. Do you know that?
No, it just says direct to the field.
Yeah, and then be cleared for the visual approach, and then we go to tower, and then that's when we can establish our approach. So I think what they're doing is sending them to the centre picks. Oh, a donation! Yay! About time.
Because to me, they've stayed outside of that 5 mile ring.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. So they're going to position themselves round to there.
They've come right around.
Yeah. Delighted Salmon, £10. Here's another tenner for you guys. Best of luck for the landing. Thank you very much.
Flaps 10.
Up 10. Oh, no.
Back the airport.
Look at the speed.
The way it says though is direct cruise track
Direct to the field.
We're right at the limit speed. You'll need to bring the speed back.
Wait, so what, he's not going direct then?
No, he's not. We don't have to go direct. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Ignore him, he might not be doing it, so...
Oh.
The problem is, that's it, we've done this, so cruise direct to the field, so you've got 5 miles, you've got to establish, you've got to be at 5,000 by 5 miles. Okay, and then when you are at 5 miles and 5, so then you're basically at 5 miles from the airport, cease direct track and manoeuvre as decide.
Okay.
It's direct track, right.
So we're going to come here and we can join a downwind, or we've got to go over the field?
You can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
But as long as it's
right
inside
now
it.
we need to start cutting at that 5, right?
Yeah.
We need to do it now, correct?
Now you've got to speak to tower, tell him glide established.
Yeah, and that...
You got to cut your engines now if you're 5 miles, so you're on that 5 mile ring?
Yep.
I thought we had to do the hydraulics first.
Head and do it to alt, there you go. So you now tell them glide established?
Just
Okay.
speak to tower.
Speed. Speedbird 47 Charlie, just to check we are glide established.
Okay.
47 Charlie, brother.
I'm
Now.
really bloody nervous now.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
don't
You
worry
have
about
to be
it.
nervous about stuff.
So you see your target there? Just keep...
So we're doing 2,000 feet per minute.
But look at your airspeed. Don't dive at 240.
Yeah, we need to bring
Come
the
back
speed
to the
back.
170 now.
Come back to 180, something like that.
Flaps 10.
We have flaps 10 now. I can't give you flap 10 because we're doing 240. You need to reduce the speed.
Yeah.
Just very slight up nose.
Yeah.
Take flaps 10.
Okay, right. I'll bring the speed back. We'll give you a target of 180 for now.
Yeah, exactly. But don't lose your altitude, just lose your airspeed.
Yeah. And you see, at the moment, we're going to go through. So you can go up to 30 degrees. And then if we have to go through, we have to go through. And that's that. We'll just come back on it.
You're down.
Are you sure this
Yes,
is going to work?
yes.
Gita? Right, okay. I would suggest raising the nose.
Yes. Get the 170.
Okay, you need to raise the nose.
Get 170. That's your glide. There's your runway. Keep that coming, and then you can spin the other way.
Bollocks.
It's alright, come left, just whack it round to the left. Clear to land, Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Take some flap.
50 above. Decide.
125, hold position, traffic.
This is not going to work at all.
No.
Just keep going, keep going.
Hold position for the circle 752.
No.
That's the marker.
Yeah, botched it.
Right, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Yeah.
Should have.
Too low. Terrain.
We're down.
we go.
Oh, that was one hell of a bounce.
That was.
50 feet bounce. That's what re-established.
Yeah, botched that one completely.
Don't worry.
Right, slam the brakes. I'll give you, may as well give you a
Manual
reverse. We've
braking,
got one
manual
engine.
Complete. Manual braking.
Yeah, that is manual braking.
And we're off.
We should have gone.
What, we didn't get a red flash across the screen, which I was expecting. So it's better than I was expecting, Luke. Not bad.
No, that was terrible. That was absolutely appalling for me.
Well, it just
Right.
means we've just given Jimmy some work to do.
That's okay. So we may as well try and bring ourselves off the runway.
We're off the runway already.
Well, like
47 Charlie, not bad. Centerline tracking here, but this is with an issue problem. So we'll have to taxi back, and when you're near a taxi, contact ground.
yeah, we'll join the airfield once again. We'll find a taxiway and we'll switch to ground. We tried our best. Speedbird 47 Charlie.
Yes, well done.
The best thing about having two people in the flight deck is if you ask me to do things, you can concentrate on doing what you need to do.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
I can do what I need to do. So you've got one engine, so we should still be able to move, haven't we?
Yeah. Get some momentum first and then move it.
Clear to take off runway 14.25.
And it's that way we need to go.
Yeah, but we've got marshland here.
Noble 01 is
As we'll take the flaps up.
Noble 01, continue approach. Traffic is departing. Yeah.
continue the approach number.
Yeah, this is not a particularly easy thing to do, and it's not anything that we've done before, so... Oh, so main gear touchdown was 783. That's not as bad as my record, which was nearly into the 800. Nose 151, that was alright. Pitch 5.3, and we got a pod strike.
A pod strike?
Yeah. Bees, if we had been keeping 240 knots... Oh, there goes our Qantas. It just wouldn't have worked. We needed to get the speed back earlier in the approach, really, because the faster you are, the wider your rate of turn is, and that's why we went through the localizer, or the equivalent localizer, and that's why it all got a little bit unstuck. But it's one of those things that we never practice, so it's like a hope for the best.
You try in a straight line, which is easy enough as it is, but trying to sort yourself out from that angle is just horrible.
Clear to land, number 1.
Is that Benny upstairs?
What was that?
I think it's just what Benny's writing in the stream.
What did he say?
Would like to apologise for putting you through hours of boring tedious inane briefing to then completely ignore it and fly what can only be described as the biggest clusterfuck, appalling demonstration we've ever seen. Well, the miracle of that is, if Benny had wanted to do it himself, he could have rostered himself for this flight, so... do you know what the ground frequency is by any chance? 1218?
21.8.
Ground, hello, Speedbird 47 Charlie. We are within the airport boundary once again, and we are taxiing to the ramp. There's no answer. We'll just
Continue on.
yeah, right. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. We have got the APU on the bus.
Yeah.
No, we wait till we got to stand, don't we? Right.
Yeah.
Lights off. Strobes are off. That's the cleanup. We may as well. In bed. Oh. They're all nose in, so I guess we can use anyway. Oh, that was nice. Ground Speedbird 47 Charlie. No answer. Right, and stopped.
That was a horrible ordeal.
APU coming on.
Yep.
And then I do all this, don't I?
Yeah.
So shut down first before that, yeah.
Shut down 1 and 4.
1 and 4. There we go.
We can have these back on.
Okay.
Just keep the cool. That goes to off after shutdown, and that's those stay off during day.
Shutdown checklist?
Shutdown checklist
Right, shutdown checklist. Parking brake.
is set.
Hydraulic demand pumps.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Beacon.
Off.
Doors.
Is probably still manual. That's still auto, so that's useful.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off
Transponder.
is off 2000 standby.
Seat bus signs.
Not off.
And ACAR's post-flight is being completed now.
Yeah.
No, we're fine.
You missed it. No, I'm good, cheers. Yep.
Like a printout for old time's sake?
No.
Are you sure?
I
you
am
shouldn't.
certain.
You really shouldn't beat yourself up. Right, Tom. I'm sorry we didn't get to you during the. Well, during we will use approach in the loosest of term. Well done, good attempt. If this went well all the time, this would be Boeing. Exactly. You know. So we've had some fun, and I dare say you've had an awful lot of fun at our expense. So the only thing we have to work out is make sure there's none of my management working.
Dear.
So, yeah. So that was good fun. We've got. The next leg is to somewhere in China, maybe? Chengdu? Dhaka to Chengdu. So we'll have 10 minutes, we'll get reset up, we'll do our paperwork, and then we'll be back to you. And hopefully the next crew will do a lot better job than we've just done. So, but hey, that's the fun of the stream. Right.